Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time, this is Teacher Jeremiah Ang. So, yesterday, some of you might have watched Teacher Wenlong's video, right? And yesterday, it was right before the announcement of the PSLE results. And today, should be after you have received your results. So, no matter what, I hope you are satisfied with your results. If not, don't worry, it's over. You've already done your best, okay? And it's time to look forward into secondary school. Oh, so if you've not watched Teacher Wenlong's video yesterday, please do check it out, right? If not, today we'll be continuing with the essential knowledge before entering secondary 1. So, yesterday, Teacher Wenlong has shared a bit about algebraic thinking, right? How to use algebra to think and solve questions. For today, this question, actually, there are two ways to solve this question. One way, you can still use a primary school method to solve this question. But we will learn also how to use a secondary school method, and we'll find that, this method is so much more useful. Okay, so let's go into it. Today's topic will be from special to general. Let's look at the question, shall we? If 2019 times 2019 over 2020 times 2020 plus 2018 is equals to x over y, where x and y are co-prime. Some of you might not be familiar, right? Those of you who have came to the holiday class should be very familiar. X and y, they are co-prime, which means they only have the number 1 as a common factor. Okay, as a common factor. What does this mean? It means that the fraction x over y, they cannot be divided by any other factors. Which means that it is in its simplest form. And they are positive integers. Some of you are still not familiar with integers, right? These are whole numbers. Okay, and what is the value of x plus y is the question. So, can you think of the most direct way to solve this question? Of course, we can take 2019 times 2019, and then we take 2020 times 2020, and then we add 2018. And then, we still have to simplify. That's too troublesome. I don't want to do it that way. I'm sure you don't want it to, right? So, let's think of another way to solve this question. These numbers, right? The first number is 2019. Is there any relationship between them? Some of you might be very smart to notice, right? The next one is a plus 1, 2020, and next one is a minus 1, 2018. Okay, looks like there's a relationship here. But, still, how do we solve this? Right, this is a very special case. Right, is there a way we can make it much simpler, much smaller? Okay, let's start. If it is much smaller, let's say the number 2, we can take 2 times 2. Right, and what will the other few numbers be? It will be 3 times 3 plus 1, right? And this will give us the numerator 4, the denominator 10, and we can simplify to 2 over 5. 2 over 5. Okay, and then, let's notice here, the number 2. Is there any relationship with the first number we're starting? It's the exact same, right? Between this and this, it is the exact same. And between 2 and 5, it is a plus 3. Okay. But, is this always the case? Let's check with the next one. The next number, it will be a 3 times 3. And this time, the next one should be over 4 times 4 plus a 2. This time, the numerator will be a 9. And the denominator will be a 18. And of course, this one we can also simplify to a 1 over 2. But this time, the numerator is not the same, right? But does that have to be the case? Definitely not, right? Because with fractions, we can always change them. So, if we want the numerator to be the same, to be a 3, then the denominator will be a 6. We realize this number is also the same as the first number. And this time, the denominator is also a plus 3. Let's check one last time. Right, the next one, if it's 4, it will be times 4 And this one will be 5 times 5 plus 3. Right? And this will give us 16 over 28. 16 over 28. We can divide by 4. Right? We get 4 over 7. Oh, this time also directly, right? This number is the same. The numerator is the same. And the denominator is a plus 3. Oh, have we figured out the answer? Right? Which means we have already checked 3 times. Means that there is a pattern. Right? The pattern is the numerator will be the same as the first number and the denominator will simply be a plus 3. And so the final answer for this, it is simply x over y. It will be the first number 2019 and the denominator will be 2019 plus 3. Oh, which gives us 2019 over 2022. So once we find out that x over y is equals to 2019 over 2022, then we can solve the answer very easily. 2019 plus 2022. So once we found out that x over y is 2019 over 2022, then we can solve this answer so easily. X plus y equals to 2019 plus 2022, which is equal to 2041. And wow, we have solved it. Amazing. Right? So what did we learn here? First, we notice, right, there's a pattern between these numbers. So what did we learn from this question? First, we notice there's a relationship between the numbers. Right? Find a relationship. And then we see that this is a very special problem. So we need to start simple. Start simple. And once we start simple, we can find something general. Find general. And that is how we solve this question. Okay? But how about the next one? Now we can move on to the secondary method to solve this question, and that is to use algebra. But it's different from how Teacher Wenlong has taught you yesterday, right? This time we are noticing that there's a relationship between these numbers, right? And we can start off with letting one of the numbers be 8. Let 2019 be 8. Can you figure out what will this equation be? Oh, it should be a times 8, right? But if we write it in this way, then it is very confusing, right? It's very confusing. That's why we don't write it as a times a. We will write it as a dot 8, right? This is also a multiplication sign when it comes to secondary school. Okay, so a times a, and the next one. Oh, this time numbers are changing, right? So we need to have a plus 1. And definitely we need to use a bracket. Okay, remember. And we need to multiply by a plus 1 again. And this time we are adding a minus 1. Okay. Let's see. What was this equal into? Right? A times 8. Some of you will be familiar. A number times another number. It will be square. So it will be a squared. And the denominator. Oh, this one is a bit tricky. Right? You might have not learned it before. So let me teach you today. Right? A plus 1 times a plus 1. All we have to do is first multiply a plus 1 with the next one, the 8. Then we multiply a plus 1 with 1. Okay? So a plus 1 times 8. We will have a squared plus 8. Okay? And then we multiply a plus 1 with a 1. So we get a plus a times 1. We get a plus 8, and then 1 times 1, we get plus 1, and then we get plus 8 minus 1. Okay, and over here, notice we have 1a squared at the numerator, so we just keep it right? For the denominator, we have 1a squared as well. And we have a few a's, right? We have 1a, 1a, 1a. So total we have 3 a's. You can add them up. 3 a's. And we have 1 plus 1 and a minus 1. So end up, it is kosong, 0, right? So we have a squared over a squared plus 3a. Oh, and here, usually, right, we can simplify the fraction, but might be a bit tricky if it's your first time. But is there anything here in common that we can simplify here? Oh, you realize there's an a in every single one of them, right? So we can remove an a. So this one, a squared, remove an a, it just becomes a a. This, similarly, and this time, this plus 3a, we remove a is simply a plus 3. So what we end up with is a over a plus 3. Oh, so here we have also found out that the pattern here is the first number and then the denominator is the first number plus 3. Now we know it's simplified to a over a plus 3. We can substitute back the numbers. We have 2019 over 2022 and this will be x over y. So similarly, we can add them up. X plus y equals to 2019 plus 2022 is equals to 4041. And we have also found another way to do this question, which is using algebra to find something in general here. Right? The link to our study group, the QR code is here. You can scan and join and type in your answers there and discuss as well. If not, you can also join the group to get free secondary math guidance and free material that we'll be posting regularly. If not, you can also contact me via my WhatsApp or WeChat over here. Right? Send me anything privately. You can ask me about anything. And please subscribe to our channel for more learning and information videos. If not, see you next time. Jeremiah out.